Davis. Gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Larry. You are looking live at the Georgia Dome here in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New England Patriots and the Atlanta Falcons. And he's all the way up across the 40. And down at the 42-yard line. Great return. Defense showing blitz. Blunt, the lone running back. On first down, Brady. And this one complete to Martellus Bennett. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Have we yet met a receiver that wasn't excited about getting a chance to play with Tom Brady?
Absolutely not.
And Martellus Bennett bringing his considerable skills to New England now. Going to hook up with Mr. Brady for another completion here.
Yeah, 90 catches a couple years ago in Chicago, 53 last year for Bennett. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Let's discuss this offense now, and Julian Edelman, very good player.
Has really developed into a terrific slot receiver, and a lot of times he would be the primary receiver. Still mad coming out of college that he's not a quarterback in the NFL. He takes it out on the opposing defenses.
Gronkowski, the intended target, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. The starting defense for the Falcons.
Vic Beasley is a very talented outside linebacker whose #1 task, rush the passer. But he has the athletic ability to drop into coverage.
Got a man, it's Amendola. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. For LeGarrette Blount, Charles, he's had a good preseason so far. In week 2, 11 carries, 69 yards and a touchdown. Looked pretty sharp.
And Jimmy Garoppolo, who will have to start the season at quarterback, may have to lean on him an awful lot. They've had some injury issues. Deion Lewis, a running back, is out for at least another month after a recent surgery. They lost their starting right tackle, Sebastian Vollmer. Luckily, LeGarrette Blount can often run through some tacklers.
He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So not exactly jubilation over on that visiting sideline, but at least a high 5 or 2 for their kicker as he gets them the first points of the night here on the opening drive.
And 3 points are not to be underestimated. You're on the road, under the lights, national TV audience. You want to come out and look good, and that's a good start right there.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum. Or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top. Or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 68 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
kills.
Speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Slant route caught by Edelman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now, Edelman, of course, Charles, along with Gronk, the top 2 targets for the Pats, but they've got some other guys in the mix as well, don't they?
Martellus Bennett, who came to the Patriots in the offseason, he can be one of the top tight ends in the league. And Chris Hogan has been sensational in preseason play. But let's face it, you've got to love Julian Edelman. He's a smaller guy, but he plays like he's the same size as Gronk.
It's not the size of the dog in the fight.
Not at all.
It's the size of the fight in the dog. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he bowls over it. And he'll get this down only to the 18. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well. Because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
And a new set of downs here after. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Brady now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down.
What was he doing? What was he doing? Huh? What you doing, man? Playing with Brady, man.
It's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Brady to throw on 2nd down. And he will find his man on the end.
You lucky because I had him on the inside, on the outside. You would have ran an out, bro. I had him.
And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Brady now to throw.
You out your mind, yo. You seen I had that shit covered up. You still went to it. You better learn how to have a plan B.
Gostkowski now for the Pats field goal try.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off the drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why.
Damn, I could have used that interception, though. I ain't gonna hold you.
So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee. As they'll start at the 21-yard line. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman.
Oh, I fucked up and I still got something out of it. I fucked up and I still got something out of it. That's a fact, bro.
Midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fit defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school.
Julio, why you?
One of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
Brandon, that was not a highlight play for the offense. But how about the previous play? A big run? They're used to trading that, especially if you're a Hall of Fame runner. Big run, maybe not so much on the next one, but the big ones add up over time.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, or all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. And a really good gain there on the post route. Partner, how do you know to go to that pass?
When you're running the ball effectively and the safety likes to dive up there to try and help tackle, that's when you want to hit him over the top.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And he knocks it through. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now Brady throwing on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Fresh set of downs here. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be.
Yeah. Yeah. I know who to guard. I know who to guard.
Brief break in the action here. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. So the
I know who to guard.
sack on first, and now it brings up second down. Shotgun now for Brady. It's caught outright, Amendola. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They slot Gronkowski outright. Throwing is Brady on third down. And he'll have his man.
I know who to guard. You're going to have to, yeah.
First down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. The former 7th-round
some other options going to have to be options.
Continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
Yeah. Gronk is on lock, my nigga. Like, you got to find somebody else to win this game. Gronk is on lock. Gronk ain't getting shit. Gronk, whatever. That nigga ain't getting shit. He on lockdown. Yeah. Keep trying to force it to him. You wait for him to get open, trying to force it to him. It's not. Gronk is never going to be open, my nigga. It's 2 niggas on him around the clock. You better find somebody else to play with.
Either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. That'll make it 4th down. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on 4th down, the left-footed Ryan Allen to kick it away for the Pats. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll come out in the pistol. Here's Ryan to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. That is brought down. They'll get 17 yards there. And it'll be 1st down Atlanta. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Another pistol look here. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And a cut to the left sideline. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And that leads to an Atlanta 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you
I scared you up with them dump offs, and you did the wrong thing and got out of the fucking three-man zone at the end of the half. Thank you.
Let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Here's Brady to throw. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to loft one deep left
and
side
so,
here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kamal Ishmael. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And I get the ball? Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. It's Freeman. And some space here. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Damn,
the Pro Bowl
I had that.
Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 3rd down, Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. They were looking that time to get it to Justin Hardy. And it'll be 4th down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan.
Oh, my God. I fucked up.
Okay, Charles, well, we got a second here. We're creeping up on the end of August. That means fantasy drafts are coming up. I've got my family draft this weekend. I know my father, Bob, could use some help. Who do you like? Who are you taking?
Well, what's interesting to me is how Ezekiel Elliott from Dallas has gotten so much attention leading up to this. But with the, the preseason where he hasn't played much, I want to see if his value goes down a little bit. But I will tell you this, my sleeper at wide receiver, Michael Thomas.
Yo, bro, what the fuck was that?
I think he's got big upside this year.
I think he's got big upside. Drew Brees is throwing the ball. Sean Payton's calling the plays. I'd take a good, strong look at him.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Brady to throw on second down. And he will find his big tight end.
Keep throwing in the double coverage. Keep doing it. Do me that favor. Keep throwing the double coverage.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands,
speed, I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And right side caught Hogan. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be second down. Second down now after the pass completion. On play action, it's Brady.
Got him.
And the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley in there to drop it for his second sack now here tonight.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped.
Thank you.
Trying to squeeze it into Edelman.
Come on, come on. Man.
Picked off by Jalen Collins. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows a coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
To throw is Ryan. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Come on. That nigga dropped. Oh, I should have. That's my fault. I know exactly what I should have did.
That was a beautiful
you lucky, my nigga.
Pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Throwing now.
Oh!
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Damn, I didn't see that nigga coming there. I thought I had him wide fucking open. I'll get it back.
Up to go now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
You gonna try to run a screen against me? Like, really?
This mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now Brady throwing on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game.
Won't happen again.
Football. So what you got to do? You got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll bring up a second down. They slide Gronkowski outright. Now Brady again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You ever notice that when Tom Brady does get hit and drop to the ground, there's some guys back to him pretty quickly to check on his health, aren't there?
That's exactly right. For as much as he throws, doesn't take a lot of square shots, but took one there.
He's really smart in the
I told you, yo, man.
He understands where the pressure is coming
Yo,
from.
man, I'm not playing with Gronk, man. Like, you dead ass, like,
that one had to hurt.
content with fucking forcing it to Gronk. More power to you, my man.
Still just the third
But
quarter,
that nigga
they gotta make
is
something
covered up.
happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Brady to throw for it on fourth down.
Thank you.
Oh,
good catch.
It's a
I thought that was for sure, for sure.
And they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing on first down is Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Back now in Atlanta. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. In the red zone this time. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Blunt, the lone running back. Brady now to throw. And this is caught. It's Edelman. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now Brady, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Rob Gronkowski from 4 yards out, and the Patriots get a score closer.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They go back to the air here after the INT. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they went big on 1st down. Proves unfruitful.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. 2nd down now after the incompletion. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1. So 1 yard to go here on 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
All the elements of what you want out of a play came together on that one. A really nice run, took care of the football, and even more importantly, taking the clock under 4 minutes now. At this stage of the game, how do you bleed out the clock, take care of the ball, and make sure the other team doesn't have a chance to come back on you? You're looking at your sheet, how many timeouts are left, how many runs do we need to close it out? That's what the coach is looking at right now. Situational football, trying to gain a victory.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers, and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football, you can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and that usually gives you an advantage in running it.
And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. On third down. Ryan. This is brought in by Hardy. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Here's Freeman. And they take him down, losing yard. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Ryan wants to throw it. On the screen, this is Coleman. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on third down.
Yeah, another DB. Now Ryan. And he can't bring it in. Incomplete. He dropped it on the crossing route. 4th down now. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he comes back with 1 complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Brady got to have this one. Going underneath to Blunt. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. Brady now on 1st down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Throwing now is Brady. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Flush to his right. His throw get it to Gronkowski that time. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Waiting to throw again. He's got time. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And that's going to make it 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Atlanta now coming out.
So that dude that Gronk was on a lot, man. Wasn't nothing going. It was quiet for that.